Everything else still just kind of
Go. Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is February the 4th. It's a Thursday, guys. It's 2021 and we are continuing the super trend. Well, a little bit. We did get some overnight profit taking, a bit of a pullback after hitting some, well, impressive highs. I know Ethereum at least hit almost Well, what was it? A little over 1,700 overnight. Congratulations to the Ethereum holders. Anyone in a long position on Ethereum, congratulations. Bitcoin, of course, I think it hit around 39K overnight, just short of 39K. It's since reversed a little bit, some profit taking, like I said. But in the other part of the market, well, what can I say? We've seen some. Well, the frenzy continue on DeFi. What else can I call it? We've seen banger trades occurring on UMA. UMA up nearly 90% according to Crypto Bubbles this morning. I do see Lend. Well, got to figure out what the deal with Lend is. I thought the one formerly known as AAVE up 43. Well, AAVE and Lend have their own bubbles.
Yeah, that's always confused me as well.
That's crazy. What?
Yeah. Check it out. Lend says AAVE old, and there's AAVE, new AAVE. Is this a fork? Is this just a issue on Crypto Bubbles end and how they log these two coins? Is this the same coin? Let's see here, 496, 512. Is this pre and post token split? I don't know, but either way, we got AAVE up about 50%. Doge came back, guys. I'm shocked. Well, apparently this is one lucky pooch, because it's up another 47%. Apparently Elon Musk.
Any dog with Elon on his side is a good dog.
Elon repping the Doge, apparently good for another pump. So
yeah. Mono Trade says Lend is still circulating. When you right-click over Lend, it says old AAVE, AAVE parentheses. Yeah, so it must be.
Yep, I see that. It says AAVE old, still apparently in circulation and doing its thing. So potentially a pump and dump on a defunct coin. I might have to do a little research into that, but yes, AAVE is the correct coin, and it is on an absolute tear. Another big gainer today, Comp up about 26%, so congrats to anybody in Comp. Luna up 26%. But as you can see by glancing here, Crypto Bubbles, some alts a little bit in the red, few points into the red. I see basically negative 5% across the board among some of the loser coins today. But hey, like I said, let's just chalk this one up to profit taking. Now with us today, we have two of our CC analysts. We've got Alex in here. Alex, how you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. How's the office looking?
I have a table today. So now I have a table and a chair.
I told him that the next thing he needs to get is a disco ball, and he's all ready to trade. Maybe some sweatbands.
Trading from home with the in your underwear. What more could we ask for, guys? This is the life. This is the life, I guess, Alex, you always dreamed of, eh?
Don't let the sun in.
I gotta tell you, it's infinitely better than the floor, so it's already a big step up.
All right, wonderful. Let's get over to Jason real quick. We've got Jason, our other analyst here at CC. Jason, how's life treating you?
You know, another day living the dream, one day at a time, assessing risk.
Right on.
Took 2 trades last night, one of which has worked out, Wabi BTC. Another trade we took was EOS USDT, which is about 3% underwater right now, which is fine. So still sitting comfortably.
Right on. So we're still in the EOS long, eh? 3% might mean I could still potentially get an entry on it from the sounds of it, huh?
It definitely might.
All right. Well, I am looking for long entry opportunities on EOS, my depressed EOS bags. I would like to, not if we're going to enter a bull market where even EOS pumps, I'd like to take advantage of that, capitalize on the pumping EOS, and get this laggard a little bit of a boost with using my bag to leverage up a little bit and take EOS to the next, $4.50, $5 high. Fingers crossed. Okay, guys. Let's let's actually touch on yesterday's mentorship session. I know we had to cut this the stream short yesterday. Apologies for anybody who didn't get their requests done on time, but there's only so much we can do. But how was the mentorship session? Pretty good.
It went well. Yeah. We talked about Chapter 7 of Insider Buy Super Stocks by Jesse Stein. And just kind of went over the. It's a really meaty chapter, so we went over the first 5 technical laws of his super stocks system, which is it's off the top of my head, it's a long base, breakout above the 30-week moving average, volume expansion, and
vertical projection.
Oh yeah, high angle of attack.
Yes,
as in it's moving up fast. It's not, there's not a lot of sideways involved.
Parabolic trend.
That's not the parabolic. Oh yeah, parabolic trend would be an example, but
yes.
It's
high angle of attack.
And so anyway, I thought it went fairly well, so we're just gonna continue on with it into next week's meeting because it's just chapter's so big.
And if you guys want to get into reading some books about trading, why not join us in the Discord and get involved?
Exactly, you can do that at discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com.
That's
dropping the lid.
That's the community to get involved with, guys. All right, I got a DM here saying boost some of the volume. Yeah, let me do that real quick. But guys, it's been what happened here? Seems like there's been a general reset to some of my settings. All right, here we go. Now I'm getting picked up much better. I should be coming in with a similar loudness to our 2 other hosts. Here we go. All right, wonderful. We're up. All right, guys, let's get into the next segment of the intro, and I'm sure there's lots of charts our audience wants us to explore. Let's actually go look at the audience, see who's in here this morning. Thank you to everybody joining us today. Our loyal audience is probably one of the best in the crypto space. Couldn't ask for a better live chat for every episode. We do things a little differently here, guys. We are I don't know. We're professional. We're a little. I don't know what you guys call us, but I see I see comments occasionally in the videos. People are just saying that we're honest. We're kind of down to earth.
Really cool comment yesterday.
It's definitely a pleasure to be here, guys, and it takes a certain kind of audience member to appreciate what we do here. So I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for continuing to support us, continue to come in every day, continue and hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subbed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down there. But let's roll into the live chat and see what we got. Rolly Aban in the live chat was first in here today, writing first and requesting Cardano Ethereum for later. All right, we will certainly look into that. Ron Legato was in here shortly after. Good morning, Mr. Ron Legato. Nice to see you. We've got Jose Alves shortly after that. He's also a channel supporter saying, hey guys, out of curiosity, imagine you identified 2 trades. All right, maybe we'll get into that trading question. Crypto Cat is in here. Rolly Aban. We've got Fox and Finn in here. Dark Rico, of course. We have
Jersey time here.
Mehendius Revolution. Hey, what's up? Nice channel. Would you like to see XLM? All right, yes, we will take that request. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you could join us. Yeah, we're getting a lot of new people in here. Our view counts are really popping off. Our the likes, the comments, the replies to the poll are all taken off in recent days and weeks. So thank you to everybody helping us grow. If you're joining us here on the regular but you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Let's see here. We got Giselle Capadilla in the live chat. When does this start? It starts now, my friend. Cavano Trades is in here saying, let me get out my glow sticks. Yes, that intro certainly gets you pumped like an underground party in London. Mr. Unicorn is in here. Also channel supporter. Thank you so much for your channel supporter status. That's very appreciated. Welcome back, Mr. Unicorn. We have mentioned him, SNI Soshami from Discord. All right, nice to see you, Shosami Discord user. It's nice to have some of the Discord boys come in here. It's not all general chat, guys. It's also all about the daily YouTube stream. Come into the live chat, engage. Ed McCracken is in here. You are not the typical Moon Boys. This is annoying. You guys are real. Yeah, we are. We're not. We're just like moon boys, pumpers, and guys just kind of new to the space.
We're not trying to make money off of the people watching us. That's the whole difference to me.
We still respect the pump, though. Don't get us wrong.
Respect the pump.
We respect the pump.
Respect the pump to the max. But yeah, you know what, Alex?
I don't want the pump to come back and hurt me. I respect the pump. I totally do.
Yeah, you know what? You made a great point, Alex. We're not in this to monetize our viewers in the sense that we're in it for pure. Much as I appreciate the super chats, like the ones that came in from Mr. Wally, and we get flooded with requests from projects and other organizations trying to shill their coins, trying to shill their product. And we really don't take them up on that. I'm not one for shamelessly marketing or selling the information of our members or anything like that. We're in it to trade, guys. We're in it to master the markets and make our income as proficient day traders. Make this a professional career of sorts. Not here to sell you guys on the latest. I don't know. You name it. You've seen the other channels. You've seen what they do. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not here selling Raid Shadow Legends upgrades or anything like that. All right, guys. Let me close out real quick.
If you got the hookup on that, let me know.
All right. Mac W, Dirty Jersey saying, stumbled upon you guys accidentally. When do you usually run live daily? Yeah, we go live every single day, Monday through Friday. Around this time, which would be 1 Eastern to about 3 o'clock Eastern.
17 minutes ago from wherever you are.
Yeah, so right now is when we start on an everyday basis, Monday through Friday. We also have a Discord where our analysts post regular market analyses, signals, and lots more. So be sure to follow on there. All right, Peckham 08. An underground party in London? Nah, bruv, not seen since 2019. Yes, you're probably right. Those things are now a thing of the past. We're going to be having raves in VR in the future. So, good luck partying in person ever again. Here we go. Mr. Ether's in here. Respect the pump, says he's hedged. Okay, well, that's a form of respect for the pump, I guess. Maybe.
Wait, wasn't Mr. Ether in a long? I remember we were talking about his Renko system had a long go, but maybe he's still hedged, but he's in a separate long.
That's true. Could be. Yeah. Ivan X is in here, back with another win request. All right, we'll take a look at that. Daniel's in here. Hey, I'm back, says Daniel, another premium channel supporter. Thank you for your support. Buy one, get one free. I'm Dirty Jersey. Okay. And that's it. I mentioned everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Time to get into the poll and the news and then straight into the charts. Alex, I think you got a dip early today. I don't know if I mentioned that yet on the show.
Yeah, I got a doctor.
Alex is gonna.
I will be sleeping a little early.
Alex is gonna dip a little early, and then we'll have Jason take over and handle the other half of the requests. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take everyone's attention. Draw your attention over here. Let me drop the community tab link in the live chat right now. Check this out, guys. Dropped in the live chat. Click that link. It'll take you to our community tab on our channel where you'll find this poll posted 25 minutes ago. Let me refresh the page. We're up to 13 votes already. Can't wait to see what everyone says for this one. Did you buy the dip on GME is today's question of today's poll. Did you buy the dip on GameStop? GameStop, of course, having a huge unraveling. What comes next for GameStop? Are you still bullish, and are you still locking arms with your compatriots? Are you ready to take on Wall Street for round 2? That is the question today. First response to today's question is, I'm never going to financially recover from this. First, if you've been wrecked off GME, if you're done with Wall Street bets forever, if you wasted your life savings or more playing this dangerous game of chicken with Wall Street, this first option's for you. Are you financially ruined and never coming back? Click this first option. Second option, well, this is for the stalwarts. Diamond hands with the diamond emojis. You know what this one is. If you're
diamond hands.
if you are on the front lines, if you're an infantry soldier in this battle against Wall Street, and your resolve is unwavering, well, you click the second option here. You're Mr. Diamond Hands, or Miss, I suppose. The third option is Elon and I are taking Doge all the way to Mars. Yes, you're skipping GME, you're skipping Bitcoin, you're skipping them all, guys. You're going straight to Doge. Doge is going to Mars. You're ready for your space colony, and it's going to be Doge that pays for your snacks at the canteen.
You're waiting for your indentured servitude on Mars.
The potatoes you grow, Matt Damon style, on Mars.
Yes, I hear a bag of Lay's potato chips at the Mars canteen is going to set you back about 25 Doge. So perfectly reasonable, I think, for
1 Doge equals 1 Doge. It's a perfect exchange rate.
Solid rationale there. Finally, our fourth option for the poll is I joined the local DeFi gang. I'm all in on AAVE, Comp, and UMA. Yes, are you skipping the Doges? Are you skipping the GMEs? And are you going straight to DeFi? Is it DeFi all the way? Are you an alt holder of DeFi tokens and you don't care about these other market trends, the hypes, whatever? Are you straight into DeFi coins? Let us know. Me personally, man, this is a tough one for me. I mean, I like this idea. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan or holder of Doge, I like this idea that Elon is repping the not just the Mars missions, but he's pushing Doge. So
I think he just gets a kick out of pushing.
I'm with Alex on that.
He really gets a kick out of pushing around markets. I don't think
he knows that he has that advantage now, and he doesn't really care. I think he just watch this, guys.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. I bet he totally had someone next to him, and he's like, "Okay, play along, watch this."
He had a little bit of whiskey, and he's like, "Hey man, check this out."
You're welcome.
Yeah, cue the meme or picture of Elon smoking the spliff in Joe Rogan's studio. So
that dropped the stock price 11%.
Hey Jamie, pull up that Doge chart. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Let me show you what we can do, Jamie.
Real quick.
All right, guys, that's it. I'm dropping my reply. Elon and I are taking Doge all the way to Mars. No, I don't own any Doge yet, but if you do want to tip us some Doge, and this way we're prepared to board the SpaceX rocket, I'm probably going to need some Doge to get on board. So don't leave me behind, guys. If you're holding bags of Doge,
to get on the ship,
sprinkle some Doge my way.
I think, Jason, are you talking? I'm having a hard time understanding you, buddy.
He is, but I was talking over him. Yeah, he's talking normally. All right, guys, I've dropped my comment there. Make sure to drop yours, and while you're at it, click that like button that's right over here below the poll, and there's even the comment thing here, so you can kind of comment on the poll. It really puts the poll over the top. So if you can leave a comment, it's super appreciated, guys.
Yesterday's and Ethereum Gas, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna mention yesterday's poll as well. I'm gonna drop the link to the community as well one more last time. Let's see. Yesterday's poll was how high will high Ethereum gas prices turn you off? And let's see here. What was the winning response? Seems like it was yes. Ethereum gas prices are out of control. So apparently, majority of our respondents, 40%, thought that gas prices are getting a little out of control. I saw that the average send transaction fee is close to $17 right now. So. There's that. So, but thank you everybody who replied to yesterday's poll. It's really appreciated. And I will also mention, and there's quite a few comments from yesterday's poll, including one from Crypto Hunter. ETH sucks. Okay, I guess I was expecting that. Let the government take down the gas. All right. No one Ron is gas fueling SN9. I haven't even thought of the exchange aspect, said Mr. Wally. And my day is SHT. I'm at work and not at desk with you guys, says Mr. Ether. Mr. Ether, I hope you're on the verge of retirement and you will be joining us as a regular in here from now on. No more 9 to 5 for Mr. Ether.
Rich.
And while I'm here, I also have to mention I got a lot of shit for the poll I made 3 days ago concerning Ethereum's price. Apparently, I'm a total idiot for thinking that 2000 could be anything near a cap or a high for Ethereum for 2021. People were messaging me saying Ethereum is going to go to 2000 in 15 minutes. Ethereum is going to go to 2000 in the next week. Like,
makes me feel contrarian. Man,
what,
people are really
right?
so upset.
Yeah, how often are the people right as well? So
yep,
Yeah.
guys,
Very interesting.
I have justification for being a little conservative in my price targets, guys. For one thing, Bitcoin hit, as far as we can tell, a high of just 40,000. All right, so that's nothing too remarkable until we get over. Yes, there's lots of time left in the year, but as far as I'm concerned,
saying that 3 months ago,
we haven't crested over 40K yet. For all I know, 40K is the top on Bitcoin. That's maybe 2x the previous high. I'm going to assume maybe the high for Ethereum is going to be 2x its previous high, maybe $2,000 to $3,000, right? That was my rationale for this until Bitcoin hits a higher high, until this bull market really blossoms. I'm not convinced, but yes, I apologize, guys. I realize now that I should have made this much
Look,
loftier. Clearly, the bulls.
I'm sorry. Please stop hitting my DMs. Whatever I did, I didn't mean it.
People were really offended. They were like, "Listen, I'm not buying $1,500 Ethereum to take it to 2,000. All right, you're either gonna give me the Moon Boy Kool-Aid, or I'm out of here." So, for those guys, my condolences. I will try better next time.
please do better, Jack.
Alrighty, that's it for the poll. I'm just gonna very briefly cover the news, and then we'll get right in.
Wait. We should. For people who don't know, who answered that they don't know what Ethereum Gas is, the Ethereum token, its value is that you use Ethereum to conduct transactions on the Ethereum network. So anytime you want to send something, that's a transaction that happens on the Ethereum network. Anytime you want to perform like some sort of mathematical thing where you buy and sell on it, well, that is a transaction that takes place on the Ethereum blockchain. The more computationally intensive, the more gas or the more Ethereum it costs to perform the transaction. So if the network is a little bit like Bitcoin in that people obviously compete to have their transactions included in Ethereum's blocks. So as the network becomes congested, the average cost of an Ethereum transaction, the gas price of that transaction goes up. Recently, this past week, to perform, it was $100 to perform a Uniswap trade. And a Uniswap trade is like three or four transactions, because it's like it will swap the ERC20 token to a wrapped Ethereum, and then wrapped Ethereum into regular Ethereum, because Ethereum is not an ERC20 token. It's like Ethereum's token, it's its own token, and then all the ERC20 tokens are a special protocol on the Ethereum exchange. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but essentially the gas price is the amount of Ethereum you pay to conduct an Ethereum transaction. Just kind of like Bitcoin has transaction fees and you pay in Satoshis. Well, you pay in Gwei, which is the smallest unit of Gwei or Gwei or whatever, smallest unit of Ethereum. And those are gas prices.
Excellent.
I think that's good to explain, because there's probably a lot of new people here that didn't even realize that there was any kind of fee to it. Like when they trade on an exchange or something, those are like what Wally pointed out is, like, I forgot to even mention that on the people probably don't even see it happening when they're trading with an exchange.
Indeed. Well, I mean, most of those transactions happen probably on the exchange's books. Whereas,
so you would not pay a transaction. You don't pay an Ethereum transaction fee if you're doing an on-exchange trade. But if you're using a decentralized exchange, then all the transactions happen on the blockchain, and then that's a different story.
All right, thank you so much, Alex, for the reminder. I forgot that we were supposed to circle back and cover the response to what is Ethereum Gas, why is it so expensive to process transactions and all that. We kind of touched on that, so brilliant, well done.
And if you also hate high gas prices, be sure to like and subscribe to our video in anger at this outrage.
Okay, first story today comes from Crypto Potato, and it's actually kind of relevant to what we were just talking about. Ethereum reaches all-time high of $1,700 overnight. Economist predicts 20K by end of year. All right, so remember what I was saying?
Get the fuck out of
20K.
Remember what I was saying? I was an idiot for calling 3,000 as a peak for this year. Apparently, I was off by a country mile, gentlemen. It is actually 20K as a potential top this year for Ethereum. What was I thinking? The bulls have really given me like a dozen lashes in the Discord over this. I should have been as bullish as is it really global macro investor CEO Raoul Pal? Wow, it is Raoul Pal saying I still expect it to hit 20K by around the turn of the year. So end of year, Ethereum's going to be to 20K. You heard it here, guys. That's one bullish one. But really, what we do know is factual at this point is that yes, we hit $1,700 at some point overnight, marking another all-time high for Ethereum. Congrats to any Ethereum believers in the house. All right, next story we have here. Ethereum posts new highs as DeFi gas fees go through the roof. Yes, so this also relates to hitting new highs, but also hitting absolute new highs for gas fees on the network. And this might be a little bit of an issue. How the hell is DeFi supposed to work when it costs you up to $100 to complete a goddamn transaction on there? It's made even worse the more elaborate the DeFi project is. I know I'm involved in one where I get regular dividends, I guess, paid out to me, but I have to like execute a transaction on the network in order to like claim my dividends. And
will they at least accrue?
Yeah, they're accruing. Yeah, they're accruing, okay. But I mean, they've been accruing for like 3 months, and it's still not exactly worth cashing out. Last I checked, I think I have like $160 in divs waiting for me. It's gonna cost me probably $100 to claim them. It's brutal. It's brutal. I'm just gonna let them accrue, but clearly this is going to be a thorn in the side of any success for DeFi. Well, maybe not. I mean, clearly this stuff is kind of inconsequential to people. Most people are buying these tokens and not exactly engaging with DeFi protocol.
Well, there's supposed to be a new Ethereum improvement protocol that is being passed this summer that is going to reduce gas prices across the board. Miners are particularly unhappy with that proposal, as you can imagine, because all these gas fees, they go to pay the miners to mine, the blocks. That's how transactions get into the blocks. So, we could see a lot of miners go to Ethereum Classic. A member mentioned that to me earlier today, actually, Blackbird. I don't really know what I don't know what effect miners leaving would have on the project, but obviously gas prices, I think, improved gas prices would be great for the Ethereum blockchain, obviously, right?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it would certainly help with adoption and actual utilization of these DeFi protocols. But really quickly, as this article points out what I was just describing, with many DeFi projects requiring the execution of complex smart contracts, there are reports fees associated with using these protocols requiring complicated transactions now exceed over $1,000. Amid the chaos, Twitter user Olive Allen reported estimated gas fees of nearly $5,000 to accept a bid on Ramble.
Rarible.
Rarible? Is that what it is?
Ramble?
Oh, it is Rarible. Sorry. No, it's Rarible. My bad.
It's for like rare NFTs.
Yes,
Rarible.
Yes, it certainly is.
Rarible.
Rarible.
When Cointelegraph checked earlier today, a single large transaction on Synthetics was estimated at above 1,100. However, the protocol is undergoing an upgrade, which could affect estimates. Yes, sometimes these estimates are not super accurate, guys. If you are trying to execute sometimes a DeFi transaction, you may notice that the estimates are greatly overshot. Sometimes it's a good idea to speak with the community, the developers, and they might help you construct a custom transaction with custom gas and gas limit fees, like this example here. in order to make it a little more reasonable. But yes, users across the board, such as this gentleman here on Twitter writing, tried a $75 swap on Sushi. Gas fees were $74 on Sushi Swap and $37 on Uniswap. 0 cents to even swap with fees like this. Yeah, it's getting a little problematic, but I don't know. I guess you got to swing with bigger positions and eat the cost somehow, or stick to Binance if this isn't cutting it. But seems like we're quickly running into a wall here, guys. Ethereum 2.0 can't come soon enough. All right, we're half an hour officially into the show. It's time to get into the charts. I'm gonna pull up Alex's screen right now.
Oh, okay.
Alex,
by the way, guys, if you want to take a look at current Ethereum transaction costs, F gas station is pretty good, as you can see.
You might want to throw his screen up there, Jack.
Yeah, it's on there already.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, as you guys can see, if you want a transaction to go by faster in Ethereum, you can totally do that. You just got to jack up the gas price, and the miner is going to snatch up your transaction right away. And the reason why gas prices are so high are, as you might imagine, Uniswap, Tether use on chain, 1inch, and Sushi Swap. That's why it's all decentralized exchanges and Tether that is using up Ethereum's transactions. So just in case you guys were curious or you wanted to just kind of get into like a little bit of the nitty gritty stuff, you can even find out which wallets are doing the transactions. Like this is USDC, AAVE, ZRX, Chainlink. Anyway, so I guess let's get to the charts then.
Yeah, let's dive right into that. I'll just remind the audience, I am going to be collecting your requests right now. So any chart requests you have, any questions for our analysts, post them in the live chat. We will enter the queue. I'm going to start with the oldest request first. And with any luck, we'll get through them all today. In the meantime, Alex, take it away. Good luck on the analysis. I will be quietly working in the background to collect those requests. Cheers, guys.
Okay. On lower time frames, it definitely feels like there's nothing really for us to do here on Bitcoin.
Nope.
We're right in the middle of this. Sorry, I'm looking for our baseline here. There we go. We're right in the middle of our previous trading range here. And as far as odds go, it could go either way. Right now, I'm still biased bullish. I think I'd still like to see us sweep the highs here so that anybody who's short and has their stops set are stopped out. But overall, I still feel like we could see more sideways here on Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. Especially on lower time frames, I feel like that's still a perfectly healthy chart.
Yeah. Right now, we're just hanging around inside of the highs right here. So, like I said, it could go either way. We don't really have a signal we can take on lower time frame on the lower time frames here either, like the 1 hour. So, I would just sit on your hands with regards to Bitcoin if you're not already in a long. On Ethereum, right here, a little bit of a pullback overnight. We're at that very, very, very final resistance level from the trend-based fib extension that we looked at earlier in the week, the 1680 area right here. So as you can see, that's what we're like literally tapping at overnight, and maybe in the next couple hours or so. We formed a really interesting point of control in this area, and if it would be a really interesting reversal if we just couldn't make it over this last level and then we came back down into the trading range. If we closed back down underneath 1400, instant short. Like there's just no question. And we'd be back underneath the daily baseline too. Our daily baseline being at 1460. So I don't know. I would really like to see us blast through this very last level right here. And then I will feel a lot better or more good about an Ethereum long. We're seeing a lot of pullbacks just this afternoon here. And the thing that has me concerned is the movement in the Dixie today. Dixie has had a banger day. Yeah, you guys have been hearing me talk about the Dixie since the beginning of the year. Look at that. Beginning of the year, we bottom out January 7th.
I think we started specifically talking about it the day it closed above the 60 hole. And look at it. It's never been back below.
Yeah, that was, I deleted it because we don't need the line anymore, but that was this trend line right here. We broke that, and I was like, I don't know, it looks pretty convincing to me. But here we are. So during this time, Bitcoin has basically traded sideways since the beginning of the year. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, which is pretty surprising. I really thought it would take a lot bigger hit from that much volatility out of the Dixie.
I think a lot of money has been pouring into Bitcoin, so it's held up well. But the reason, of course, why I draw your attention to the US dollar index known as the Dixie is because if the dollar is rising in value, that is going to push against speculative assets like stocks, precious metals somewhat, because precious metals are basically traded against the dollar, of course, and cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the dollar has had a very up day, and Ethereum and Bitcoin having a down day. Now, there are some alts that are having a banger day, and I said that was going to happen yesterday, but this is still really interesting stuff here. And we have finally, look at this, we've really broken out of this entire trading range here today, and strongly too. So we haven't been this high since before December of last year. And so we're really breaking up over all downtrends right here. It's very interesting looking. Now, we could have a repeat of this area right here. As you can see, there's a lot of physical similarity between the structures here.
Fractally.
Where we move up and then collapse back down. And that resistance level that we have to beat is essentially 91.5, 92 area. But looking on the weekly, I think there's a lot of strength here. Look at that. Look at that. And then, of course, on the monthly, we've broken out of the monthly downtrend here. And if you're not sure that I have drawn that correctly, of course, I will refresh your memory that I used the line tool, and as you can see, it's drawn correctly. All right. See, there we are. That's us. This is us breaking out of the monthly downtrend, guys. So this is something for us to keep our eyes on. As you can see here, we're still under resistance on the Dow. Let me turn off the line tool. We don't need that right now. This is interesting, but until we're above the daily baseline, until we're making a new high, then the Dow is just not a play for us. Interesting. The Nasdaq still did not make a new high today. Looks like we gapped down and then it just kind of traded sideways today. SPY looks like it's going to go for it here, though, doesn't it?
It looks like
it's not making a new all-time high, but it's right there. Yeah, WADA is not giving us a lot of momentum, but we're back above the baseline here. SPY could go for it.
Seems to be stronger than the others so far.
Mm-hmm. Let's come back over to crypto. Yeah. So for right now, Ethereum just looks very strong here. There's no signs of weakness whatsoever on the daily. On the 12-hour, 4-hour looks like a healthy 4-hour baseline bounce pullback. Same for the 3-hour. Yeah, there's literally no sign of weakness here yet on Ethereum. Whereas Bitcoin, like I said, we're in the middle of this trading range. I'm not really interested in touching it at this time. We'll look at DeFi in a minute. I want to come back on over to our You can see such a huge disparity in what's going on with the alts here today. Major alts pulling back, shit coins pulling back, privacy coins pulling back, Asian coins pulling back.
What's DeFi doing?
Up 12%. Uniswap coins, they're doing okay today. Mid caps are doing okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's like one mid cap in particular that is carrying this basket right now.
Mm-hmm.
We could go through them individually, but I don't really see the need at this point.
It's that Wabi call.
It's the Wabi call. It must be.
It's got to be.
Yeah. Here's BNB holding up the exchange perp contract right now. Looking excellent. Yeah, BNB is probably going to keep going for it here. It's just it's blue sky above us, so we'll see what happens. Link Bitcoin looking really weak here. Mm-hmm. Don't you think so?
Yep.
Just crawl beneath our daily baseline. You get a pullback on Link Bitcoin.
Nothing quite to do yet, but still looking weak.
Yeah. We're also in the no trade zone on Link USDT. So that's very interesting. I thought we were showing so much strength yesterday. Yesterday.
Flat out rejection, man.
Yeah, boom. Sign me up for Link, right? But today we just got kind of slapped in the face.
Happens.
So we'll see. Maybe we don't get a pullback right here, but I don't like the fact that we haven't been able to stay above our baseline, that we're closing inside of it, that we're starting to get a sell signal right here. So some of these are signs that it may be time to take profit on Link, but we're just not there yet on the daily. But something to consider, guys. Tell you what, let's go ahead and look at some chart requests.
All right, my pleasure. I'm still collecting a bunch, but I got a few questions that we can look at. All right, let me pull this one up here. First, I'm going to bring up GBU Professor Wally's $5 super chat. Very generous. Thank you, Mr. Wally.
Thank you,
Mr. Wally writes, no, thank you. Not sure what that's in relation to, but thank you, Mr. Wally. Thank you.
I don't think he wanted his money anymore, and will gladly take any that he doesn't want.
We'll gladly take your money as well as your Doge. So if you're...
Yeah, I need to get on that ship with Elon.
I tell you what, if you're going to throw in the towel on Doge, you might as well just send me your Doge coins, and it won't be a complete loss that way. But thank you again, Mr. Wally. $5 super chat, always welcome around here. Let's keep going. This next one was as Hyatt saying, may the pump be with you. Yes, it's not May the 4th yet, but I'll remember that one in a couple months. Let's see here. I have a question here from Jose Alves, one of the channel supporters, saying, out of curiosity, imagine you identified 2 trades you want to get into. Do you buy 2 equally sized bags, or do you take into account other parameters like recent ATR, possible targets to decide bag sizes?
ATR, bud.
Definitely take ATR into account.
ATR. Because that has because we trade with risk, so it's the distance from your entry to your stop, and we utilize ATR with that. So that's
another way to think of it is that all of our trades are volatility adjusted.
Yes.
To make it such that we're always we're always keeping our risk the same for all the trades we take, because obviously a position of $100 in a super volatile low cap alt is not the same as $100 in Bitcoin. Okay, you are not going to lose 80% in Bitcoin in one day. It's just not going to happen. That could totally happen in an alt. And because of that volatility, you take the smaller positions, and you end up with the same amount of risk to your overall account balance.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
All right, hopefully that answered your question, Jose Alves. If not, hit us up in the Discord. I'm sure someone, one of our analysts or myself, might be able to help you further expand on what was just described. Let's get into the next question. Let's see here. I want to get these questions knocked out. We'll get into the charts. This one has to do with risk. Dimitri P in the live chat says, is a Black Swan event possible when cryptos tank like crazy? How do I mitigate the risk in my crypto portfolio? What do you guys think? Black Swan event, huge unraveling?
That's totally possible. That's the whole point of hedging. I mean, you'd either get out of your positions or hedge accordingly. Like I said in the chat, there's many different ways to do this, and to go into it is not a short conversation. So,
Alex, what do you think?
I'm sorry, someone just DM'd me. Could you repeat the question real quick?
Do you think a Black Swan event is possible, and how do you protect yourself against those huge potential unwindings in crypto?
I would say there is a 100% possibility that there will be a Black Swan event eventually in crypto. We've had versions of Black Swan events before. China has banned Bitcoin a few times. I mean, XRP had a Black Swan event earlier this year. I mean, hello, who knew the SEC was going to drop that lawsuit on them right before Christmas, right?
Yep.
So I don't think it's not even like in the realm of possibility. It's like, yeah, it's 100% certain it's going to happen. So,
yes.
So what you can do to minimize your risk is diversify, and I don't just mean diversify into various different cryptos. These cryptos are all super highly correlated. I mean diversify into like stocks and forex, commodities and stuff. And then what you are doing is you are mitigating your risk that any one basket of your assets is going to have a Black Swan event happening to it at any given time.
Yes.
Sorry.
I was just going to add that, yeah, this is something inherent to crypto, guys. This is an extremely experimental technology. This is still highly speculative market. Anything can happen, and there isn't even like regulators or circuit breakers there to save you. These are decentralized projects where if they go under, there might not be anyone to contact to come save you. There's not going to be any customer service you can call to try to recover your account or your funds.
Yeah, you hear that, hedge funds? Yeah, no one can come and stop the markets for you.
I was gonna say it's not gonna happen over here. You're just gonna be liquidated crying.
These things are 24/7, buddy.
As far as the Black Swans are concerned, how to mitigate the risk, I think you take on more risk the further you stray away from majors like Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin seems like super like Gen 0 or Gen 1 crypto, and like all these other coins do things faster, more features, potentially lower fees, etc., etc., etc. But all these up and coming projects are also much more complex, might have many more vectors for attack or for failure. So if you do want to mitigate some risk, you probably want to hold maybe a balance of your portfolio in Bitcoin. If you are, for instance, actively trading, yes, hedging is another opportunity for you to protect yourself against what might be a market dip. But Black Swan event, I think, is inherently one where you don't really see coming. It kind of just comes out of the blue, so it's hard to say that you could hedge up against Black Swan.
There's a lot of times you'll see it within the chart. Like we'll be below the 60 hole. Like if we have a Black Swan event that's above the 60 hole.
True Black Swan event, or at least, I mean, it's just you don't see the event coming. Maybe
look at March.
Weakness in the market, or there was some market weakness, but I don't. Even you seeing it coming doesn't necessarily protect you from the event.
Yeah, I understand. But I'm the type of person that, like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But there's usually some kind of precursor, warning sign, stuff like that.
Well,
like if you are,
it's cool for us because we stare at the markets all day for you. But this guy is asking if a Black Swan event happens, like, can it happen and how to protect himself. I don't know how helpful.
Well, then the answer is diversification.
Or you'll totally see it coming. I just don't think that's a helpful answer.
That's not what I'm getting at, but I get what you mean.
Well, I'm sorry if I've misrepresented your point of view. I didn't mean to do that.
No, I'm just saying, like usually, like even with a proper hedging strategy, you're usually below. Like with March, you would have been properly hedged.
Yep. Jason feels that he trades in a way where news never catches him blindsided. He feels that the charts
trade the charts, wait for the news to catch up.
Yeah, he feels that the charts will tell you all, and that they can likely even.
But you can absolutely get caught with your pants down. Don't let me seem like that's not the case. But to the other thing of that is, Alex is right. That's when proper diversification really is key.
Alternatively, another major Black Swan that can hit the space is exchange collapse, exchange hacks, exchange failure. That's probably the biggest one that we can worry about if you're in crypto, guys. You guys remember Mt. Gox? Well, maybe not everybody here, but Mt. Gox was the first one, the famous one that took everybody's money when it went under. Bitfinex had a huge hack. Other exchanges have had huge hacks, and money gets lost. The system, the industry is maturing, so maybe these aren't as big of a risk as they used to be. But just remember, guys, if you have any substantial funds sitting on a centralized exchange, that stuff is at risk. I think the biggest Black Swan event possible, I think, is going to be something like that. Huge failure, huge hack at an exchange. That has huge repercussions on the space. So if you want to mitigate against that, try not to hold all your funds on one exchange, guys. Try to hold some of your funds privately if you can, if you're not actively trading it, even more so. So that's another one. But it's an interesting question, something that would probably maybe need a little more of a roundtable discussion, a little brainstorming to see all the different vectors that could harm us, right?
It's a
the real
complex
Black Swan
conversation.
event was the friends we made along the way.
Yep, and as Mr. Ether says in a live chat, don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Yes, this goes back to
It's always important to have a little bit on the side, because if during these events, that's a great buying opportunity most of the time as well. So having funds on the side is the same as risk management, not having all of your funds in one place to where you can risk losing it all.
All right, brilliant. Let's start moving along. That was an interesting question, though, something more to think about. Also reminds me of a question the other day. We got to come up with a short list of our favorite DeFi coins. People are asking us, what do we think is hot in DeFi? What do we want to hold in our DeFi portfolios? We're going to come back, maybe do a special Cracking Crypto episode of just our analysts talking about what's in their DeFi bags. So we're going to spill the beans on what we're holding in our DeFi portfolio, guys. That's going to be a cool episode coming up. All right, I got most of the questions knocked out. Okay, I got one more here, and then we're getting right into the request, guys. No more, I promise. Borg's channel, would you take a... Okay, actually, this is a stock pick, so I'm going to move that back to where it was on the list and get into the first request. This one comes from Rolly Aban, requesting Cardano Ethereum. I presume this is Cardano Ethereum pair?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay.
That's not something we get too often.
This is clearly someone who wants to know whether or not to turn their Ethereum into Cardano.
Yes, that's how I took it.
Nope, not time.
No. Looks like a pretty good start to a basing period, but you just don't know yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So nothing to do. I wouldn't go long. I wouldn't go short. I guess I just would not.
You're almost getting a short signal there.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically like Ethereum and ADA are trading in parity and have been for a couple months. So nothing to do here, man. What's next?
All right, whoops, I was muted there. Let's get into the next request. Here we go. This next one comes from Mehendius Revolution. What's up? Nice channel, by the way. Would like to see Stellar if possible. Yeah, all right, let's throw up Stellar for this new user in the audience. Yes, we stream every day, Mr. Mehendius. Be sure to subscribe, follow us.
Currently at resistance, not really interested in it in this spot right now. As you can see, it's just kind of running into the same resistance level that it had before. We're getting a sell signal right now back underneath the daily baseline. So I'm not interested in XLM right here. I still think it's probably going to end up down in this area. What's next?
All right, that was quick. I like it. Let's move along. This one is from Kavano Trades. AAVE hit my TP in less than an hour, but my limit order didn't take. Should have market ordered. All right, I don't think we looked at AAVE yet. I don't think we looked at AAVE yet. I know it's one of the top coins of the day. I might as well take this opportunity to look at AAVE. What could have been for Kavano Trades?
Okay.
It must have just hit your exact profit.
Trades. We need to create some.
Yeah, how has that not hit your TP?
No. It hit TP. He didn't get his entry, is what he said.
I think he means his entry didn't get limit filled. He should have marketed it, FOMO'd into it. Been there, done that.
FOMO'd into it. No, you did fine, man. You did fine. You don't catch them all. You gotta stick to your system.
Yeah, generally when you...
except stay in it, so...
Yeah, generally when you do market into them, they almost always pull back to where you were going to think about entering your limit orders. So maybe...
So if you just stick to what you were doing, eventually you'll hit it. Trust me.
Eventually. It's probably a better idea to build good habits instead of bad ones, like market entries.
It's the most important thing you can do, is just make sure you're consistent with whatever you're doing, because the more you wash around what you're doing, the more that you're not consistent, the more that you're going to make just stupid mistakes continuously.
Yes.
So I think you did a good thing by doing that.
Yeah, speaking of financial ruin, I don't think anything has brought more disaster upon my head than that stupid market buy button or sell. So that's been my experience. But okay, thank you. All right, so I guess we've wrapped up AAVE. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Sorry, I'm my attention sometimes drifts away from Alex's analysis. Here we go. Next one is from Ed McCracken. If you could take a look at OXT USD, would be awesome. Looking so good on the 4-hour. He also mentions he didn't see an OXT bubble on Crypto Bubbles. I guess OXT was a banger today, not appearing. Looking good,
I
ready
wouldn't
to
call
go.
it a banger today, but yeah, it looks really good in this spot, I think. Yeah, we'll be closing today above all of these highs that we would have been worried about. So this was the high that we conquered, held, and broke above this high. I think it does look great today. I think you could totally take it in this area as long as we hold it here. And then, yeah, presuming we hold it, I don't know. We'll have to use trend-based fib extensions if we don't have any more data.
So much price discovery. And you're almost crushing
cents.
through all that too. 45 cents will be the next.
Hello?
Oh,
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't realize we're on to the next one. Off we go. Here we go. This one is from Mac W. Can you take a look at HBAR? He asks.
Sure.
Hedera.
All right.
Ugh.
Bitcoin pairing looks kind of crummy here.
Mm-hmm.
Not a short signal today, but pretty close to one.
Yeah, and I don't like that pattern.
Yeah.
Looks like it hasn't even found any support yet.
Yeah, and now we're crawling underneath the daily baseline here. I'm out, man. I don't want HBAR here at all.
Yep.
What's next?
All right, get out. No,
Yeah, get out. Look at that. We can't stay above the daily baseline. We're inside the no trade zone. We're gonna close below it today.
The hash graph. It's out of here.
All right, let's
take it back up around 4.5 cents, man.
All right, good idea. 4.5 cent entry on HBAR
right
coming
here.
up. All right. Let's see. I saw a comment here just now from, I think it was Crypto Bull. Yes, he said last bull run Bitcoin fees were too high. This is in relation to like warning signs or to Black Swan events. Somebody said that the Ethereum fees currently are a warning sign or a red flag, and Crypto Bull mentioning, of course, last bull run Bitcoin fees were too high, and yes, it was credited as causing the Bitcoin meltdown. You know what? I don't think high fees are as much of a problem for Bitcoin as they are for Ethereum. Ethereum is much more of a utility token, you know, the utility token of the world's supercomputer. Whereas Bitcoin, most people buy, hoard, store. It's not that big of a deal for Bitcoin to have higher fees. Ethereum, as you can see, runs into a serious wall with all these DeFi projects aspiring to do day-to-day banking. How the hell can you afford to do regular everyday banking at $100 a fee? So there's that, guys. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, kind of apples and oranges, I feel, in this argument. But yes, good observations from Crypto Bull and Mr. Todd in the live chat. All right, moving into the next request. Thank you to MacW for the look at HBAR. This one comes from Ivan X. Hey guys, back at it again with WinUSDT request. Could you take a look at the daily time frame? Does it look like it can move back to around 6,500 sats?
Back to sounds like someone might have a bag.
Or sorry, not sats, but I guess this will be
Well, 6,500 is down here.
Yeah,
you must be out of your mind. No.
You must be out of your mind.
Yeah, no, man. I'd say probably your best hope is picking it up back around like 10,000.
Yeah, the shelf of support that you have, not all the way back down there. That's
you want to buy it back down here, man. You missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's some serious hopium, my friend.
Yeah. The cojones on this guy. No, you can't have that. Sorry, man. It's just gone. Yeah, it's just gone. Picking it up down here is just out of the question. What's next?
Hopefully we read
Alright.
your price right.
I think we did, and he was looking for a steep pullback at the moment.
That's a hell of a pullback.
Might have to wait to the end of the market when all these things unravel 90%. You'll get your entry. Alright, getting into Jonathan P's request. He's requesting Kusama. Let's look at that KSM.
All right. Well, yesterday was a no trade because it was just the candle was too big. Today we have a pullback, a retest, and we get our long signal. So today we'll have a long signal on Kusama, and we're still within the qualifying line. So yeah, it's a full long signal here. Wait, come on, TradingView. All right. Well, I guess we're not going to add it to the watch list right now, but we'll try and remember. Probably delete this at this point. Doesn't seem like that's likely.
Nope.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here. But I like that we came down today and then we're closing back above this resistance level that we rode through here. So that's a good sign. With the rest of our long signal, we're good to go. What's next?
All right, making quick work apparently of the charts today, Alex. Well done. Let's keep going into the next one. Not going to leave much for Jason to do once you check out today, huh, Alex? Wayne Arnott.
I'm sure people will have plenty of stuff to ask about.
Wayne Arnott requesting.
Maybe they'll ask how my day's going.
Can you look at Orchid USD, which we just did, and Polkadot USD? So let's look into Polkadot.
Didn't we also look at that?
We did not look at DOT.
No dots
right.
yet.
Similar to Kusama, except we're just too overextended to take a signal here. Or maybe we're not. Yeah, there's a long signal here that we could take. We're above the dead zone. We've got rising explosion level. We've got enough momentum. We're above the baseline. We could take a long here. It is really hard buying $20 DOT when a few weeks ago it was like $4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah. I can see taking a long here, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm feeling it. Anyway, there's a long signal. That's all I can say. There is a long signal.
There's a long signal on DOT, guys. Something to think about. Maybe our sour grapes, our bitter bias might affect us from taking this long. Watching it climb from 4. Yep, climb from 4 and higher and higher and higher. And all along I didn't buy. And now it's posting another long signal. It's going to be difficult for me to partake. One of these days I will get my hands on some DOT. Okay, getting into the next question. Here we go. And to everybody posting a request, stand by. We will get to them slowly but surely. Here we go. This next one comes from Polly B. Rose, if there is time, asks Rose. Oh, Polly B.
All right. Well, we looked at this yesterday. Just looks like a normal pullback here today. If you're like suddenly worried since yesterday, yeah, it still looks normal here. No exit signals or anything to worry about. What's next?
All right, moving into the next one. This is the Salt Mine. Thoughts and views on Cardano.
Didn't we do that?
I think did we do Cardano earlier in the show? Someone remind me.
We just did ADA.
I think we might have.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe we just.
We did ADA ETH. Yeah.
Data ETH, correct. Let's take another look at Cardano. He's also asking, I think, in general, what are our thoughts and views on Cardano? It's an upstart Ethereum competitor. It seems like it's going to have to prove itself. But hey, with Ethereum fees being what they are, greatest opportunity yet for any of these guys to upset the king of smart contracts, Ethereum.
It's vaporware.
That's what people were talking about THETA for.
Well, THETA has put up. ADA's been around a lot longer than THETA is, and what they just launched the mainnet within the past year. I mean, come on.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Alex isn't buying it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, crypto is a really fast market and you have to move quickly. They had the entire bear market to release that mainnet and they didn't do it. And I mean, it's cool and all for them to release it during, this new bull market, but I can't help but feel that they've just kind of like pushed it out the door because they realized that otherwise they were royally screwed.
Yeah. Dead in the water if they don't start moving something.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's far behind Ethereum. It's far behind its competitors. Even competitors have been in the market for less time than ADA has. So I just don't see it.
Yep, I've heard a lot of promises come from the Cardano camp. Not sure what to make of it. There's still people. I know a good portion of the crypto community considers it an outright scam coin. They don't trust Charles Hoskinson. And then there's
he
another.
Partnered up with Justin Sun, even just a little bit. I'm sorry, that's very questionable.
I just listen to you smart people about what the current coins are doing because I don't get into any of that stuff. I just trade the chart.
But I do hear a lot of Cardano faithful tell me that they're building legit tech and that this is going to be some next level stuff coming out.
Someone just said next month they're rolling out smart contracts, so I don't know if that's real.
Cool. They should have done that 3 years ago, buddy.
Yeah, they really should have been active in the market right now. But hey, it's not too late, guys. This is still super early, I think, in the development of this tech.
1 inch just hit $6.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wish I still held on to mine instead of selling at $1.50. What was I thinking? All right. Let me see here. Let's get into the next request. But thank you for requesting our reviews on Cardano. We're kind of mixed on it. Mr. Salt Mine. The Salt Mine. That's a cool name. I think they should rename Wall Street Bets the Salt Mine because people are pretty salty, I'm guessing, right about now. This next one comes from Pablo Gutierrez. Can we have an unbiased long-term XRP chart? With love from a big fan. All right. So he wants us to look at XRP. Alex,
no judgment, Alex. No judgment.
Try your best not to bash or dunk on XRP.
Pretend you're looking at Bitcoin. Man, Bitcoin looks terrible here. Unbiased. It reminds me of Dance Dance Revolution. Down, 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 down.
That is my view on XRP future right now.
Have one arrow that points to the right. I don't think it can go back in time, but that's pretty funny.
Anyway, but there's nothing positive to say here right now. As long as we're under resistance right here with this rejection wick,
Can we pull back and look at from the weekly or the monthly? And if you could, maybe we could get Parallel Universe Alex in here to rep XRP.
Wait, Alex.
That's it. The weekly looks even worse. How could you look at this weekly chart and not say, okay.
Invert it.
Yeah,
you buying that chart? That's a breakout.
Yeah, I would buy that. Yeah, this is a breakout, and look, we just retested all of
the baseline, and we're gonna go lower or higher.
We're just gonna wander sideways and go up here.
Oh, my condolences to Pablo Gutierrez. I tried everything I could to put a positive spin on
XRP
this.
looks terrible, man. From a fundamental level, it looks terrible.
Yeah, I even did what you asked, Pablo. I had them.
I pretended it was.
I had them zoom out. I had them zoom out to the higher time frame. It looked even worse. So, yeah.
Good luck.
I mean, if you're an XRP faithful, you got some serious
I'll tell
resolve.
you what. If we can hold 40 cents and then start to move up, that would be bullish. In that case, you could maybe take it up to 60 cents or so. We could retest and trade in that area. But when you look at XRP Bitcoin, you got to think maybe it would be just better to stay in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Unless you just love Ripple to the ends of the earth.
Until XRP Bitcoin starts looking, less like AIDS.
Yeah. And if you're one of those people, we're not going to talk you out of it because you're already in it for life.
Then yeah. I would just be cautious, man. Look at all the DeFi coins. Why XRP? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Just why? just why.
It's that point.
I don't know the future for sure. Maybe I joked a little bit too much with all the down arrows, but when you look at all the other DeFi tokens, why would you
be interested in this chart?
Put it in the XRP and take this huge unknown risk that everything's going to totally work out with the SEC because Brad Garlinghouse said so, or because it's true the SEC does tend to slap people on the wrist, but we just don't know what the solution is going to be for Ripple. Maybe Ripple's going to be like, okay, we've decided to continue forward as a company, but no longer support the XRP coin. We just don't know. It's an unknown. Why? Why take on that risk? Why do that to yourself? Just get into a DeFi coin or any other low cap shit coin who's going to serve you better than XRP at this point. And then if eventually they clear things up with the SEC and everybody relists them, you can just rejoin the party with all the money you made on other coins.
Yep, the opportunity cost is just too high.
All right, guys. Mr. Gutierrez, I tried. I sincerely did. I know you requested an unbiased look at XRP.
That was pretty unbiased.
That was really the best we could do. But of course, I kid a little bit here. But thank you so much, Mr. Gutierrez, for the XRP request. This one comes from Boris Bitcoin. Hey, Alex, could you review the? I think he means the British Pound USD trade from yesterday. Looks like a TP1 was front ran a little bit, which is somewhat irritating. Do you think the setup is still valid? Alex, do you know anything about this GBP trade you posted?
I did put it up.
I was going to say he better know something about it. I had no idea, guys. I was really swinging.
Let's see. Our low here is a low of 135,662. You can see it. You can see it up top right here. L is for the low. So 135,662 is our low. Let's check signal tracking. Here we go. GBP USD 135,395. Yep, we just missed it by 0.003 or so. Yeah, I still feel good about this. Essentially, if we're short the pound dollar, then we are long the dollar. And let's look at the Dixie again.
Dixie doing nice. Thank you to the dollar. Get out of here. Wow, short the British pound.
Yeah, so I will note that the British dollar had a strong day as well. You can see that over here on the BIXI, which is like the Dixie, but it's British. It's the BIXI. So it's the British Pound Currency Index. They were up a little bit today, but I think when you look at the relative strength of these things, the dollar is on the rise, and the pound is hanging out at its highs right here. I think this looks weak, and the pound dollar, when you look at this, you'll notice that a lot of the BIXI is made up of the pound dollar. And with these sell signals here, yeah, man, I think the short is good. I think don't
let yourself get scared out just because it wicked close to your TP and bought back up. That has nothing to. That's just regular trading, man. Sometimes it doesn't hit it the first time. That's all signs point to that's still a good short to be in.
Yeah, I think the short is still good. And as a matter of fact, if we're already in other trades for the dollar, we're short gold, which is technically long the dollar because these have an inverse correlation. We are long the USD CHF, but we reached take profit 1, so we're riskless. We've reached, we have the Aussie dollar pair, which we're short because remember, if we're short Aussie dollar USD, we're long the dollar. So we already take profit 1, so we're risk free. So I took the pound dollar one because we were already risk free on our other dollar trades. Because otherwise, I would have put on more dollar risk. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how it plays out. But right now the dollar is so strong, I can't imagine trying to dump our dollar trades here for any reason. And look, on the 12-hour, we just passed this resistance level too. We're still going. So yeah, I feel good about it. I mean, you can't guarantee anything. Maybe the British dollar will suddenly. There'll be some news and, it'll show some strength and it'll lose some value against the dollar. We'll get stopped out on that one, but we've got other dollar trades.
Okay, well, thank you. Hopefully that covers Boris Bitcoin's question. Let's get into the next request. This one comes from All Infinity in the live chat. Can you please take a look at ANKR BTC, ANKR BTC?
Oh, and for those of you who were interested in this, yes, this is the number of trades that I have up for the group, and then Jason also has currently up in open trades as well. We do, you know, all the major cryptos, most of the minor cryptos, and Forex currently, and some commodities. As you can see, I've got natural gas and gold here. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you like reading about that stuff and hearing about it. ANKR, that's right.
That's right.
ANKR. It's like Jackie Chan. You know, you say ANKR, ANKR, ANKR.
I just keep holding, buddy.
That looks great.
It looks really good here. We're at but above resistance. This is a good place to take some profit, but I wouldn't necessarily be looking to dump my position here. I would expect that we'll probably consolidate a little bit in this spot and then maybe continue onwards. So, yeah, this is a place where you take profit and then wait to see if we break down more, then you would finish taking profit at like over here as we started to break down and went underneath this and get out of your trade. But most likely we would just consolidate here for a little while and then continue onwards. So that's sort of how I see this playing out. So yeah, just keep holding. But if you're looking to enter here, I wouldn't do that.
Never buy that candle.
No.
All right, that's ANKR, folks. Let's see the time. It's currently 2:21 where I am. Alex, just kind of reminding you.
Yeah,
if you got a dip, you got to remember to dip. All right.
Let me see how far away this appointment is. What's the thing? I'm typing stuff in my phone.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready. I'll throw you the next request.
All
check your phone for now. Got a few requests still left, guys. We should be able to knock out the remaining ones before the show ends. We've got about 40 minutes left in the show. I will caution you, though, we probably aren't going to be able to get to too many more requests. So anybody putting in requests starting now, well, you're going to have to maybe wait till tomorrow. Because
stop back by.
Yeah, stop back in. We're always doing requests, guys, but in the meantime, we still have about a dozen requests left from today.
Let's do a couple more charts, then I'll dip. Like
beautiful,
2 or 3 more.
Beautiful. All right, here we go. Next one comes from Borg's channel. Would you take a look at LRDJF? It's a gold mining company. Just had some good news come out. Looks like it's finally coming up off of an 8-year bottom. Ticker symbol, again, is LRDJF.
I agree. It looks like we've come up off of this bottom, but there is not a lot of data for me to work with here. This is pretty rough. I would see if you can score maybe a retest of either this high right here, about $1, or possibly the 70-cent range. So you can see there was a lot that was, I guess, accumulated here, right here. A lot of buying here, here, and here, which was reflected right there.
True, yep.
And then we just break up, like just straight through, all buying, all buying. So this must be insider purchases, people who knew ahead of time that this was happening. Yeah, those are your hopes, is to score it down here at $1, down here, maybe a retest of the 70-cent area if we can get pushed down into that. Otherwise, yeah, I don't. There's not much to say here. I would just if you say there's good fundamental reasons to take this, there's definitely amazing volume expansion, a good boring basing period here. While we're on the topic of stuff that we talked about just yesterday.
Could we be looking at a super stock?
Well, we could always take out the 30-week moving average, but I don't even think we'd get much of a...
Yeah, that little bit of data.
Yeah. Oh, look, and maybe it was. This is the breakout above the 30. Anyway, yeah, I think it looks good, but I don't like buying in this area. You want to buy a low risk entry, something closer to a weekly moving average, something back near these resistance levels, perhaps support now. This is not an area that you buy. What's next?
Okay, let's get into the next request. Daniel Gallin in the live chat just requested Dogecoin. We already took a look at Doge a little earlier.
I don't think we did.
I thought we did.
We did. We talked about it, but we didn't look at it.
All right, in that case, yeah, sure, put Doge up there next.
Well, timing is everything in the market, and I got the timing on this one wrong. I thought we would retest 1.5 cents before coming back up to the 6 cent area, and instead we just popped up to 6 cent area. I blame Elon Musk. He's the one who made me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Elon.
So, this is everybody's fault but my own. So just so you know. Anyway, I don't like Doge here. As a matter of fact, this makes me feel even worse about it. It could be a good place to grab a Doge short. Or no, maybe we could push up into this area one more time. But this entire area right here, I feel like we're going to travel through all of it again. I don't know when. Maybe we'll retest up here first. But we are going down here. You mark my words, guys.
I'm with you. I'm with you completely on that. I think that everyone will be left. You get a few more pumps, you get a few more people interested, so there's enough retail in there to hold the bags just to sell it to the ground.
But yes, we will see what happens here. I would, if I bought Doge in this area, which I probably would not. You guys heard me express skepticism, but if I did, I would take it up into the 7 cent, maybe 8 cent max range, and then just be out. Don't be hunting for 10 cents, guys.
Yeah, don't be hunting for $1 Doge.
All right. Izzy Devon in the live chat requesting AAVE USDT. We, of course, did that a little earlier. I just wanted to point out to anybody joining the stream late, yes, this is a 2-hour stream. Yes, you might show up in the last 15 minutes of it. What you do is you come back after the show wraps and you check out the replay. It's going to have all the timestamps on the bottom. So if you missed AAVE, if you missed XRP...
Crypto Bull does our timestamps, and thank you very much.
That's right. He's been killing the timestamps, and the timestamps are invaluable for anybody who wants to catch a replay, like Izzy Devon in the live chat wants to know what we thought about AAVE. You got to check the timestamps, bud. They will be up there after the show.
Yeah,
but
AAVE is just going to keep going for right now. I don't see any weakness in AAVE. Just so you don't have to look that back. It just looks strong.
AAVE looks great.
All right, we've got about a dozen requests to the left. We're going to start powering through these. I'm sure Alex has to dip soon. This is from Stun Gun requesting IOTA USD. Thank you.
Nothing for us to do right now. We're crossed under here on time transformation. Yep, there's just nothing for us to do at this time. We'll see. Right now it's underneath resistance, and I just don't want to touch it.
That was one that I did put out yesterday, IOTA USDT, but the 13 EMA is, of course, much different than the 60 whole.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That was the 12-hour. This is somewhat different, but now we're underneath the daily baseline, and then I'm still not interested. So
yeah, from his system, he would not be interested in IOTA.
What's next?
Okay, getting into the next one. I can't help but notice B-Flow just wrote in the live chat, I'm a no-limit doggy. I thought I told you. Yes, I think that's a play on some famous rap lyrics. Let's keep going. This one is for THETA. I see Vidoosh in the live chat requesting THETA USDT, as well as Max Welch. Would you take a look at THETA and its sister token TFUEL, please?
THETA looks weak here. We're still underneath the daily baseline. We've made a lower high currently. We're underneath resistance. I just don't want to touch THETA in this spot for right now. We've seen stronger coins coming into this, so I hope you guys can appreciate the difference. This is just not making new highs yet. So until then, we're not really interested in it. It's an opportunity cost, even if it's going to be strong, because there's other coins that are stronger right now. I imagine the same is going to be true for TFUEL. These two often trade together. Slightly stronger here. No long signal here. We have a long signal that we could take here on TFUEL. at the end of today. You could probably take this back up towards range highs, 4 cents here. That seems like a really good trade. Maybe we'll take that later today. There's a trade here. What's next? Oh, you got me again. That's the second time. Come on, TradingView.
We're doing watch list maintenance.
All right, next request comes from Dan. Could you check out Uniswap, Jack? Says Dan. I think he means the Uni token. Let's take a look at the Uniswap Uni token, please.
All right. Should be a long signal at the end of today, a continuation long signal. We're above the daily baseline, and we're crossing back up here on our oscillator, even though we're basically in overbought territory, which can be really bullish. That means that price is just so bullish that it kind of like doesn't care. What's overbought? Everybody wants to buy me. I'm Uniswap, so
I can't buy enough of this.
Yeah, so I would click my watch list button, but we all know what's going to happen. However, I think there's a continuation long signal here at the end of today. So Uniswap looking good for continuation. No signs of weakness yet. If we broke back under $20, then that would be a sign to maybe look for the exits.
Alrighty, let's get into the next request. Thank you to Dan with the 300ZX in his avatar of the live chat for the Uniswap request. Next one comes from Michael H. Hi, I'm a new follower. Can we look at KAVA, please? Yes, KAVA Labs token. And Michael H., welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the show. Don't forget to subscribe. We're here every day.
Beautiful. KAVA looks beautiful. Take it to $4 and $4.50, or at least $3.50. Either way, it's going up from here. This looks like a beauty. I have no compunctions in recommending KAVA here, and then just hold on to it, and eventually it's going to reach $4, $4.50 probably. But at least $3.50, because I love this this little bulge here on our VPVR.
I hope we get that soundbite out of there.
What?
I love that.
Bulge.
I love this little bulge here.
Yes, I love this bulge. Look at the bulge.
Respect
Look at this bulge.
Respect the bulge.
Yes, you gotta look at that bulge. Anyway, that's a nice little volume area. I know prices were going to want to go there, but most likely up to this area. So, yeah, KAVA looks amazing.
KAVA looking hot. All right, warm. Sorry, Jason, you were saying something?
I said good call on KAVA.
Yeah, right on KAVA. Thank you, Michael H. First time in the chat, and he drops KAVA, a solid chart to look at today. So KAVA looking good.
I think I should dip, guys.
All right, do your thing. That's Alex, everybody, lead analyst here at Cracking Cryptocurrency.
Thank you all. Everybody trade safely. Keep your eyes on alts. Ignore Bitcoin. It's still doing whatever. And as a matter of fact, the more sideways Bitcoin is, the better it is for alts. So alts, especially DeFi right now. Good luck.
We're gonna go alt crazy in here, guys, and we're gonna put Bitcoin on ice for a little bit, let it marinate in the background while alts do their thing. This is something actually I wanted to talk about even today. I wanted to know how many people in here are, well, I'm going to probably save it for a poll, but I think especially the newer people, they're not really Bitcoin crazy. Everybody's looking, has probably a huge array of alts, and in some cases sleeping on Bitcoin. I think I'm going to do a poll soon asking to see what people's portfolio makeup looks like. Are you a heavy Bitcoin portfolio, or are you heavy into the alts? And this season is your opportunity for a moonshot. With any luck, that'll be the case. All right, let me do a quick rearrangement here. Let's get Alex's dead stream off, and let's get Jason on here. I got Jason up on the board. We have Jason looking at Uni USDT. All right, we're gonna take off from here. Let me just change a couple of items on my screen real quick. Stand by. I need to hide Alex. Alex is now offline, and I need to take let's see here. All right, I'll do this in just a second. For now, let's get Jason working on the next chart request. This one comes from Kavano Trades. Ooh, I wish Alex was still here, but let's see here. Kavano Trades says, question for the pros. First month testing my strategy, made 22% profits, almost all longs, definitely in the bull market. Do you think this is sustainable profit level? Do your systems get similar results? Or is this probably inflated due to luck and the crazy bull trend starting? I mean, I think he's right in thinking that, you know, his system.
Never assume that you're going to be able to just nail down 22% a month. That's a really great gain. Of course, the market conditions are helping in this aspect. You're noticing that they're all longs. Yes, because we've been in a bull market. The appreciation of Bitcoin and other assets are also going to add to this ROI. Of course, there's going to be certain market conditions. But what I have to say upon that, just expanding on it, is we haven't been in this bull market for the last 5-6 months. And I know that my systems currently, I've been averaging about 36% a month. So with a good system, I can tell you, yes, those are doable numbers. I don't like, it's not a number that I'm shooting for. It's just, it so happens to be the average of what I've been performing lately. But yeah, any kind of good system can give you profitable returns, whether it is a bear market, bull market, whatever. But of course, during a bull market, you are going to see a little bit of inflated ROIs just on the appreciation of your assets, especially if you're not losing very many trades.
All right.
It is doable, my friend. It is doable. But I don't think that should ever be the thing that you're striving for. I think you should be just sticking to your discipline, sticking to your risk management, and then the numbers will fall in. Because if you're not practicing something that's actually giving you something to give you a baseline, then you're likely eventually going to over risk or do something that's going to drain all of those gains.
Yeah, I would say that 22% profit for the month is not bad, especially in the bull thing. Will you be able to sustain that in different market conditions? Tough to say, but I would say 22% is pretty reasonable. I mean, I've seen Jason put up like 30% a month for like 6 months now. So, yes, we're in the bull market, so I would certainly... you know, maybe make alternative plans for when we do get a downturn, but it's likely that a sophisticated trader might still be able to sustain that in alternative conditions, right?
It's always important to keep that in mind, that not every month's going to be amazing, man. Like, you're going to have down months. It's part of trading. It's part of statistics. Like, no one just wins all the time. That's not even a doable thing. That's like almost legitimately impossible. So it's always important to keep that in mind. If you go on a streak of a bunch of wins, that's usually when I start reducing my risk a little bit, because I know that mathematically I'm about to get a wave of losses most likely, or we're about to see a market turn, or we're about to see a Black Swan event or something like that. So it's always important to keep that in mind.
Indeed. All right. I wish Kavano the best of luck in his trading journey. It's nice to have you around, Kavano. Thank you so much for putting in the effort in order to become your own trader. This is what many of us aspire to do here. You know, if you're here just for our analysis and the signals and other things, that's fine too. But you know, the Gold Star Award goes to the traders like Kavano who join our community and learn how to do this for themselves. You can too, of course. Premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Find out about our premium features and offerings, education materials, indicator suite, and much more. Do check that out. Premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Gonna get into the next one. This is from Ed McCracken. He asks, if QTUM breaks about 420, can you see it reaching $7 pretty quick? Riding OXT, then wanting to move into QTUM if the time is right. So he's currently in OXT, Orchid, and he wants to know what we think about QTUM.
Okay, well, you said the $7, huh?
Yeah, do you think QTUM, when it breaks out, when it crests over 4, are we going to go straight to 7?
I mean, there's a good possibility of that. Looking at this, we're under quite a bit of resistance here. This is where I'd mark this out. We're up on this resistance right now, of course. This is when you would want to really wait for the break, of course. But looking at it through this, I think that, I mean, even looking at this, I don't use VPVR like Alex does, but it would be useful in this situation. But I can almost promise you that there's a low volume node right in between these two areas, because price is likely to slice right through here. $7, I don't think that's ridiculous, even just for a test. to be honest with you, if this does go, it's likely to probably go all the way up to test the bottom of the shelf at 12. So looking at it on the daily, let's see if we have any kind of signal. Looks like we would have had a signal. I would not have taken this because of how close it was to the baseline, but it does appear it would have worked out fine. But currently you would be in this trade. TP1 already hit. Looks like nope, you would still be in this trade right now. But I think for upside potential, I don't think that's a ridiculous thought to think that $7 could be tapped if this does decide to break to the upside, because you are definitely in a long basing period below here where prices just kind of wanted to hang out. You had one false breakout, another false breakout, but you can see that these are old resistance now becoming support. We need to prove that this is support by getting some kind of a breakout here. This is why I do like to see this price absorption to the downside on the daily. This is evidence that the support or resistance is becoming support. So you could see that this fly to the upside here. So QTUM does not look terrible here.
All right, QTUM not looking bad. So you're looking at daily in your chart right now, right, Jason?
Yep.
And those ATR targets, what's the upper bound there? Let me take a closer look. What's your upper?
The upper band would be
$4.70. Gotcha. Ooh, still far away from 7. Could you potentially switch your chart to a weekly or monthly even? I'm just curious to see if ATR targets put us. Yeah,
ATR targets. So you did get a long signal here, which would have been an amazing baseline pullback because the weekly it's kind of unpredictable. You could have got a beautiful entry on the baseline pullback, and then that would have put your third TP at about $5.34. Like I said, I trade ATR, but I do know how price can slice through low liquidity nodes. I just like to lock in my profit. I'm not so worried about taking something to a certain level. I just take 50 at TP1, which is 1 ATR, 30% at TP2, which is 2 ATR, and then usually I'll just have a trailing take profit on my TP3 that activates. So that would be the moment that I'd probably hopefully snag it up to $7 or something like that. But this is my trading capital. I'm a big fan of just locking in that profit right away so I can get on to the next trade. But if you are invested in QTUM, I don't think it's ridiculous to look for that $7 price range.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a further out, maybe weekly or monthly price targets.
We're getting evidence here that it wants to push to the upside. Old resistance is now becoming support. We're right in the middle of that breakout. It's definitely something to watch over the next week.
Seems like those wicks on the weekly seem to keep coming back and tapping the baseline though. So if you're looking for an entry,
I like that price absorption. And here's the thing on this: I don't think you're going to get many more of these to the downside if this decides to break to the upside.
Indeed. All right. Well, best of luck in your quest for a $7 QTUM coin, Mr. Ed McCracken. Thank you very much. Dan in the live chat, who is requesting questions about his exchange to exchange transfer, stand by. I got that on the list. I'll be hopefully getting to that very soon. Let's see how we're doing on time. We've got about 20 minutes left in the show. Perfect. That gives us just enough time to get to these last requests. Alexander King in the live chat requesting the WISE token. Let's go look at WISE token first, and they got another one coming up.
Why can I not find it on? Oh, maybe just the Uniswap one. Ooh, is this the right one? WISE wrapped ETH, or do I have to go to ChartX?
No, that wrapped Ether one I think will probably do it.
Okay, well this looks like garbage, my friends. There's nothing I could tell you to do but be out of this. If not, you'd be short. But right now, looking at the short of the continuation short, there's not very little data to this. But if you would have entered here, you would have already hit TP1. Looking at this, you just don't know when this thing's going to fall out. But I could assume that you're probably going to get a test of this bottom shelf before you get a reversal. So right now, the opportunity cost of being in this is just not there. This would totally be gambling, catching a knife. Wait on this. Don't do anything with this. Even if it does press to the upside, this is not a responsible trade for you to be in unless it's an investment, and I wouldn't want to buy it here anyways.
Okay.
Because what's the opportunity cost here? If you buy in right now, and then it does come all the way back down here. I mean, it's only 10%, but still, that's still 10% that I don't want to hang on to. Let this prove to you that it has some bottoming behavior before you take this, because we don't know. This thing could just shoot straight down. Like, this is just not a moment to make a trading decision, in my opinion.
Okay. The other half of his question had to do with BIZZ USDT. Can you look at BIZZ USDT?
BIZZ USDT. I don't have anything that even pops up for that. BIZ?
BIZ. Let me figure this one out.
Could it be a stock?
Let me take a quick look. BIZ coin. Let's see here. BIZZ coin. BIZ. This one looks, I'm not gonna lie, a little more, could be BIZZ. Let me see here. This one looks a little more obscure, my man. I would love to do it, but
there we go. BIZZ Bitcoin.
Maybe it's this double Z one, but even this one looks shady as hell, so don't spend too much time. I don't know if this is the one he wants or if this is even a coin worth
it's
exploring.
Only on HitBTC, which is alarming already.
Sketchy.
Yeah, you would be in a full-on short from right here. Actually, no, you didn't get it on WATA, but at the same time, the short would have worked out. This looks very pump and dumpy, my friend. Very scammy. I don't like this at all. What's the liquidity on this? I mean, it's got to be super low. Look at these wicks.
175,000 in volume on Bilaxi exchange. It's got market
There's just
cap
nothing to do with this, man.
$6.7 million market cap. It's got about 400,000 in daily volume. Yeah, it looks a little sketch. Not too sure about this one, but Alexander King, thank you so much for the wise request. Let's get into the next few. Only a couple left now, guys. Perfect. Gonna be able to wrap up the show, having all the requests done. This one comes from Skokie Cat. He's requesting NEAR, NEAR token.
Ooh la la, my friend. Well, if this would have been on my list, this definitely would have been a trade that I took 2 days ago. Still looking great. You're still above the 13 EMA. You have everything you need. WATA above the dead zone here. The only thing I would want more out of this is a rising explosion level, but that's not necessary to take an initial long. You're not too far from your entry, so taking this up to TP1 at $2.77 and entering now, I don't think would be ridiculous. You're just a little bit above that original entry, so taking this here, I don't think would be the dumbest thing. I would do it myself, but I like to get in as soon as my signals go. But yeah, taking this from current price up to $2.77 with the stop loss at $1.98, that would be a legitimate trade that I would take. And to be honest with you, I have a feeling if I check back in a couple of days that's going to complete. This looks strong here, especially if the daily closes anything like this. I'm going to guess, though, that the daily actually closes a little higher. But I would wait till the daily close. If you feel comfortable taking it off of that, then that still would be a good decision, in my opinion. But this looks good. This looks like a great opportunity, and you just so happen to point it out right at a good time. So, NEAR take profit 1.
All right.
So, yep, you can take NEAR up to $2.77. Take 50% off, move your stop loss to break even, and then you can do it however else you want. Let the rest ride. Take another 30% off, $3.09, or just. Then it's up to you. As long as you've locked in that profit and you have your stop loss to break even, make sure that you cannot lose on the trade. That's the whole thing, man. So this looks good.
All right, one more question before I get into Dan's concerns about his exchange to exchange transfer. Dan, hang on. I'm going to get to that very shortly. And GT Mark 4 in a live chat. Your request I'll get to very shortly as well. This gives us a perfect opportunity to kind of round back and take another look at Bitcoin. This question comes from Pokedons. Is Bitcoin about to pump back to 39K? Jason, I know Alex kind of covered Bitcoin earlier in the stream. Maybe you kind of walk us through your thoughts on Bitcoin and tell us about, do you think Bitcoin's about to pump 39K?
Well, that's the thing right now. You just can't tell. We're in that limbo space right now. We don't know whether it's going to prove to us whether or not it's actually going to go. Based off of this, if we did get this close, like this, it could be interpreted as a hanging man candle, but it also could be interpreted as a continuation, depending on how you're looking at this. So we're gonna have to wait for the daily close. If you look at this trend line here, I don't think it's ridiculous for us to come up and tap this, because this is the old parabolic trend. Come up here and tap around the 41, even 40K range, and then sell off. That would be something well within the realm of possibility, especially for all the people down here, because this spring behavior is going to have a lot of people trapped in their shorts right here, because I guarantee this scared the pants out of a lot of people. And then we had the short squeeze to the upside. Then everyone's okay, it's over, let's get back to shorting. And then all of a sudden they're getting squeezed again. So I think it's very probable that we do get another shot to the upside. This is why I didn't argue at all with Alex's decision to take a Bitcoin long yesterday. It's a little bit underwater right now, but that's okay. That's part of trading, especially when you're dealing with he took it off of this signal, off the 60 hole. I do not trade the 60 hole. First, I actually like to let my 13 let me know when the trend happens, because this is why I unhedged right here. This is a full signal, but with the 13 EMA, if you go and back test it, it does tend to get chopped up a little bit, especially at the beginning. So instead of taking that position and putting any additional risk on, what I did was closed out my hedge and profit, and then let Bitcoin prove to me. And here we go. Bitcoin is starting to prove to me that it wants to go to the upside, but still right now a little too overextended for me to take a full risk position to the upside. Sitting with the volatility that we have and with the buyback that we're getting out of Bitcoin, I don't think it's ridiculous to expect a little bit more upside out of Bitcoin here to at least squeeze the rest of those shorters out and possibly just take off to the next level. We just don't know here. We have to let it prove to us that there's more to this than just a swing failure, because you need the swing failure before you can even have the swing failure. So let's get there first. Let's see how support holds, and then from there we can get a better decision on whether we need to take this to the upside or the downside.
All right.
I'm excited for it, but we just don't know. No, anyone who tells you they know exactly what's going to happen is an idiot.
Yeah, guys, we don't just FOMO into butterfly feelings in our stomach about Bitcoin doing something in the next 24 hours. We read the charts a certain way. We take the signals strategically. Jason, I mean, the way you've managed this market in this last little bit has been brilliant, dude.
It's fun.
You
I like it a lot.
unhedged like a boss, where you did, and we've appreciated since then. It's been knockout, cracking work from you, Jason. So hats off to you guys. As you can see, Jason cannot read the future. He cannot say for sure what the price is going to do, but he does look at the charts. He does read the things the way they're meant to be read, and your trades reflect that very well.
When I look at this chart right here, if this closes any kind of red or an indecision, what I likely see is a repeat of these two candles to the upside again. Then we could get one just big old Jericho that sends us to the next level, or we could get a big giant sell-off that goes down and fills the CME gap. That could be that Black Swan event that people are talking about. This is what I'm talking about, in the sense of you always need to be prepared for what could happen, because that absolutely could happen.
Right. I see somebody in the live chat was asking, what's this take profit indicator thing on screen? I think he's talking about Quadriga ATR. Could you quickly just go up to your indicators thing, click the indicator button, type in keyword cracking. So if you go to TradingView, search keyword cracking crypto on
cracking
TradingView,
cryptocurrency, you're going to find out all of the different indicators that we do have in the indicator suite. Most of these are proprietary indicators that we use within the premium group, so those are not available to everyone, but we do have a few, like the exponential moving average, as you see here, Ichimoku, which is a good one, and Wadatar explosion. That's one of the ones that we always have out here on the screen. But Quadriga ATR is the profit-taking system that, to be honest with you guys, changed my trading career, because my biggest problem coming into this was I could always trade pretty well off of pattern recognition and stuff like that, but I had a big issue with taking profits. I never knew when to take profits. I never knew when to move my stop. I never knew where to put my stop accordingly, so I would just play a guessing game until I got it right. and then come to find Quadriga ATR, I use this for every single trade that I take. As soon as I take it, no matter what time frame. So let's say if I get a signal on the 4 hour, I come down to the 4 hour, ATR is going to adjust to the time frame and the candlesticks of the 4 hour, and then boom, as soon as I get that entry. So like right now, this continuation on the 4 hour, you would technically still be in this. Actually, no, you would have already been in and out. Sorry, because you already hit TP1. Then you would have stopped out at break even. But there's a good possibility that this actually continues to the upside. But using ATR, it's just really quick and easy, and it gives you all of, so if you can see right over here in the corner, as soon as it'll be different for every single one. But this is just something that I've used to be able to take away that thinking, that extra layer of, okay, what should I do here? Because there's a lot of these things that can stress you out. And with just utilizing Quadriga, man, it's just set it and forget it. I can go over if I'm in an alt play on Binance or something like that, just go to 3 commas, put all that data in, set it and forget it, walk away from it. Same thing with Bybit. So I think
target system, guys, is critical.
It's one of the things people don't talk about. It's probably one of the most important things: risk management and a target system.
All right. Yes, and I will just add really quickly. A big part of what we're trying to do here at CC, guys, is to restore your quality of life. Okay, so if you're a new trader, one of the worst things you're probably dealing with right now is spending your whole day looking at the charts, and then when you go to bed, you got your phone next to you, you probably wake up in the middle of the night, you're checking the charts again. You know why that is, guys? It's because you don't have a good stop and target system. You feel like you have to be here watching the chart in order to catch the moves. A good system. And really, what you should be doing is having a good stop and target system, where, like Quadriga ATR, as soon as you enter the trade, you set your targets and you walk away. There's no need to check back. The trade will play itself out. If you do not have a good target system for profit taking and stop losses, you're going to be glued to that chart, guys. So
well, that's the thing, and a lot of people don't understand this. The whole point of trading is to make sure that you don't have to work that 9 to 5. You don't have to be constantly working. But I understand how this can come off as almost an addiction at the beginning, to where you're just glued to those charts. The whole point is for you to have confidence in what you're doing and be able to walk away with it, knowing that everything that you have done, you know, if it goes completely against you, you know, all the risk that's on the table. You constantly have all of that in the back of your mind, to where I turn off my screen at 11 o'clock at night, all computers, all everything goes off, and I go to bed.
Yep.
I don't worry about it.
Put your phone on airplane mode for the night, guys. Don't worry, the alarm will still ring.
You need that sleep, man, because over time, you're going to make a decision. Like, you're going to keep wearing yourself out, to where you make a bad decision, and then you chase that trade just by betting it all and then lose it all. Then all of that work was for nothing.
Yep, this is a marathon, guys, not some kind of like 100-meter dash. We're looking to be profitable long-term, and consistent is critical. And you gotta be on your best mental game, I guess. You gotta have your shit together. What can I say? And staying up all night,
batteries charged,
staying up. And hell, I'll tell you what. Even if you say you're still successful, okay. Say for some reason you're
a savant.
You spend all day staring at the chart and you're successful. I'm gonna tell you what. It's not efficient trading, okay. So if you spend 8 hours a day to make $100, what if I told you could spend 2 hours a day or an hour a day and make that same $100? Would you not rather do that? Dollar per hour, right? So just consider it that way, guys. There's something to be learned with the way we do things here at CC. And hey, you can learn too. You can be like this leads me to my next comment. Kavano Trades. You can be like Kavano Trades here, saying might be able to quit my 9 to 5 by April thanks to Pathways to Profit. Yes, he took the course. He's in the thing. This is not just shilling. I know this seems almost shady, but no, Kavano Trades is legit. He joined the live chat. He joined the premium. He took the Pathways to Profit course. Not everybody does, obviously. Maybe only like 10% of people who join premium. Some people just like the signals. People just want the signals. They want the community. They want the other features. But then there's people who really chew into the material, the education stuff, and they develop their own system. They develop their own approach to the markets, and then hey, a year later, they've got comfortable enough. They've developed enough capital to now be able to quit their job, their 9 to 5, and head into a full-time life of trading. So Kavano Trades, much love, dude. I'm not sure who Kavano is in the Discord, but DM me in the Discord, and we definitely got to move you up the tier list of #1 contenders for the title here at CC. All right, that was Kavano's Comment. Okay, so Dan, I just saw a comment from Dan saying all solved now, but he was saying he was trying to move his Bitcoin from exchange to exchange about 4 hours ago, still stuck. Is this normal? Yes, to answer your question, probably normal, Dan. Transactions on Bitcoin can take up to an hour to confirm, assuming they're sent right away. Different exchanges have different I don't know, standards for how they process withdrawals and all that. So sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes exchanges, I know BIZZ, for instance, only does withdrawal windows 3 or 4 times a day. So I think like every 8 hours. Yeah, so three times a day, every 8 hours. If you just missed your withdrawal window on Bybit, you might have to wait a full 8 hours for the withdrawal to come through. Other reasons for your withdrawal hanging or not going through, there might be, excuse me, there might be an email in your inbox that you have not clicked yet. There might be an email there saying, oh, click this to do the final confirmation of your withdrawal. Make sure you check that. Other reasons, they do have like security teams that review withdrawals. So sometimes if you have a big withdrawal, if you have a suspicious withdrawal, whatever it is, sometimes their security teams will hold that up while they review it. Alternatively, it's the same thing with the other exchange receiving it. They might take their time. They might take 6 confirmations. Maybe they're going to take up to 20 confirmations, which is over 2 hours, to get that out. So that's the reasons why your transaction might have hung up, Dan. So I'm glad to hear that it worked out in the end, though. You did say something else along the lines of there was a message attached to your, yeah, here it is. Does anyone know why my transaction ID has been delayed? And it has a fee message in front of it. I'm not sure exactly what they're related to, but if you have like a delayed message or maybe a fee error from your wallet or from your exchange, maybe the fees are too low, right? Because you do have to pay a little bit of transaction fee to the miners in order for them to pick up your transaction, shove it in the next block. If you attach too small of a fee, you have not attracted any miner enough to put your transaction through into the next block. So a fee error might have to do with having too low of a fee attached with your Bitcoin transaction. With that said, Dan, it sounds like it worked out, so I'm glad that is good. Let me take a look at the time. All right, well, we're pretty much near wrap. We're about 1 after 3. We've got 4 minutes left in the show. Let me see what we have here. We have Matt requesting Zcash, and I'm going to go into live chat, see if there's any leftover late requests I can still get at. Let's take a look at Zcash.
Zcash on the... Ooh, we almost got we did get a full on long signal, to be honest with you. This goes back to the exact same thing that I said about, was it real or... I think you said real. That was what we were... But 2 days
Reef?
ago, you got a signal. I don't think it was Reef. Well, one that we just did where I said the signal's still good. This is another one where the signal is still good. Looking at Zek here. 2 days ago, you would have got this signal. You would have been just up a little bit sideways now. Now you're right about back to entry. If you get a close above the 13 EMA, which is sitting at 89.61 today, then I think that this would also be a good opportunity to try out this signal. It would take Zek up to 101.79 for the first take profit with a stop loss at 78.23. Again, make sure that you wait till daily close to make sure that this closes above the 13 EMA. And if it does, then I don't think it would be silly to take this up to $101, 101.79. So
right.
Wait till the daily close in 4 hours, and you'll know whether or not it's going to be a good trade or not.
Gotta wait for that candle to close, guys. Cannot judge a candle or a signal until it's fully wrapped up, and it's going to
need all the data, guys.
Yep, gotta get that data in. Never know what happens just a few minutes before that candle closes, and suddenly the whole signal is no longer valid. Let's get into the final few comments and requests. All right, one final request. This one comes from GT Mark IV. Can we please take a look at VPLM? This is a mainstream ticker. This, I think, is called VoIPPal.com. Let's see here. I think this is VoIPPal, and I did see Mark IV GT say something along the lines of Apple and Google are in trouble, and what did he say here? Apple, Google are in trouble. This stock stands to benefit as a result of it. Jason, what do you see on the VP?
Well, looking at it, of course, this is very volatile, and if you look at the historicity of it, look at the chart. Most of the time, when you get a big old up candle like this, you usually get sold into pretty hard. This is one exception right here. I don't think this data goes back very long. It must be a newer company, or it's just not loading very well for me. But looking at this, to be honest with you, 2 days ago, you would have gotten a legitimate continuation signal above the 13, which could have been taking. You do not need a WATA confirmation for a continuation, because it's just your oscillator bottoming above zero or topping above zero. And this would have been a legitimate. You would have probably cruised through all 3 TPs. Right now, this is too overextended to do anything with. Going over to the weekly. The weekly, you're beginning to get the long signal now. I would wait till the end of the week, and then you're probably likely to get a pullback to the 1 cent 60. Probably right to this range, as you see this old shelf. That's old resistance. I bet that it comes back down to test that for some support, which to me would match most of these candles that you see where they wick all the way up and then they wick all the way down. Like, you're probably bound to get another test to this, and then possibly more upside. The weekly does look pretty bullish. So I think you could expect to get some appreciation from here. Again, you'll have to wait till the weekly closes. That'll be so you're gonna have to see how this opens up. Well, actually tomorrow, you'll be able to see it close tomorrow, because it won't trade over the weekend. And then from there, I think you could either grab yourself a nice baseline bounce. I think that would be the move. To be honest with you, I'd probably place some limits at 0.016 to see if I could snipe those up. And then if it closes anything like this, take it up to 2.5 cents if it closed anything like this. So I mean, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I think the daily's 2 past gone. I think buying here would be a bad idea like that. See how it's getting sold into already. So keep your eye on it over the weekend. This could be a great baseline pullback, say Monday or next week. So
all right, brilliant. Don't mean to cut you off early, Jason, but we got to go to wrap very shortly, and I still want to cover a few things in the live chat. All right, first off, shout outs to Philly Carr. Where the hell have you been, Philly?
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
He's been missing, and he's back, and he's let's see what he said here. Philly, of course, doing Philly-like things that you'd expect him to do. He says, I've been focused on improving the community's quality of life through silence, buddy. Yes, he's clearly a bit
your silence was noticed.
Yes, he's a bit self-aware. And clearly it didn't go unappreciated, Philly. Thank you so much for giving the community a little bit of a break from your unique personality. But Philly, we love you. Thank you. It's nice to see you and hear your voice. You know, sometimes we forget how much we miss you, Philly, until you give us a few weeks break. Give us some time to breathe, and we want you back more than ever. But yes, welcome back, Philly. Cottonopolis closes around 7:20 GMT Monday to Friday. Remember, all right. Philly Carr letting us know about the markets. Philly, of course, big into commodities. He does run a pretty serious. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what Philly does. I get the impression he's at the helm of some giant industrial operation over there in England. He works with commodities, raw materials. Mm-hmm. So he seems like he's really plugged into the commodity space. If anybody out there really wants to have their ear talked off and get into nitty-gritty commodity details, Philly is your guy.
As well as hear a delightful accent.
Yes, of course. We love the British accents on this show. That air of sophistication we seriously lack with our crude Western dialectic here, or dialects, I should say.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Jay?
I'm saying you and me sound like hillbillies compared to.
Go get the moonshine.
Compared to the likes of Philly, Dark Rico, David Rice, Johnny, Peckham 08, and so many of the other Brits here in the chat. So, All right, let me cover a couple more comments in here. Dan saying, thanks for the clarification. Was confused. Has never seen transaction ID with the word fee in front of it. Funky characters. Well, it seems like it worked out for you in the end. Zeladon, what's a good term? Long-term zone support for gold. Christian Zeladon, I'm not sure if you can get into gold right now. We're kind of wrapping the show, but catch us tomorrow. Make sure you guys subscribe. Cavano Trade says, get those Z's. I think I saw somebody say they put their phone into airplane mode every night. They miss about 20 calls. Who was that? They miss about 20 calls, but the sleep is great. Yes, do put that thing into airplane mode, guys. I'm convinced those radio frequencies beaming back and forth to your phone mess with your sleep brainwaves. I don't know if it's just a theory, if there's anything to this,
5G.
but I always sleep better, guys, with my phone in airplane mode or even turned off completely. Your sleep should be practically sacred. Do not
Gonna have to wait 50.
Don't bring work to bed, right? Make your bedtime a very special time to unwind. And for God's sake, do not look at charts. Do not pull up TradingView on your phone.
Make work for you. You don't work for it.
David Rice says he lives in Michigan. Alright, I don't know why I thought David Rice was one of the Brits, but so be it. I thought David Rice was a Brit. I'm way off. He's actually from Michigan.
I will admit here on the 1 hour, this is going to size up to be a great long signal. So I haven't taken too many hourly signals lately because I've been waiting for the market to really make up its mind. But just like this one, see, this was not a good signal. Trust me, I've been waiting for them, guys. But WADA just has not been there. Now we're starting to get rising momentum out of WADA. I can only assume that we're probably going to start expanding on the Bollinger Bands, which would give us a rising explosion level. I have to wait for the hourly, of course, on this, because if this closes below that, it doesn't count for anything. But this is shaping up to be a great hourly signal so far. So we might see some pressure to the upside on Bitcoin.
All right.
Which is exciting because that would take us probably to 40.
Yes, I am looking at the Bitcoin. Excuse me, guys. I'm looking at the 3-minute Bitcoin chart on the bottom right if you've been following along, and you can see it's just been up, currently around 3,700, 775. Bitcoin seemingly appreciating. I'm going to quickly jump into the Ethereum chart. Just a quick update on Ethereum. Ethereum also kind of climbing.
Do you want me to do that, or are you just switching the screen?
I just got that little mini chart in the bottom right, as you can see. Gotcha. Currently, Ethereum at $1,664. So Ethereum hanging up in there. Bitcoin charging up again. Maybe we will get that 39,000, like somebody asked late in the show. All right, guys, we're gonna move to wrap. I will mention that I did get a DM from Crypto Bull in the middle of the show saying that a bit of an emergency came up for him. That he has to deal with, and that he won't be able to finish the timestamps right away. So for everybody who likes to refresh the show and see the timestamps immediately after the show, you might have to come back like an hour after the show, maybe a little later, because Crypto Bull warned me it's going to take him a little longer to complete today's timestamps. So for everybody waiting for the replay and the timestamps, please hang on patiently. They will be around later tonight.
Let's make sure to get that into the comments as well after the show so people know.
Yes. Philly says, my kids are half Canadian, have a place in Georgian Bay. Stunning. Oh, no kidding, Philly. You have beautiful lakes here. Yes. All right, Philly. Well, next time you're out on Georgian Bay, give me a shout. I will bring my my 20-footer out, and we will carve up some waves. Let's do it, Philly. I look forward to seeing you on Georgian Bay. Maybe we'll have a beer. Well, how do they say it in England? We'll have a pint, split a pint, share a pint. I don't know. I got to figure out the pub terminology for how to toast to the commodities, toast to the bitcoins.
Five sheets to the wind.
Finally, I'm going to pull up the poll, refresh the poll. I'm going to pull up the poll. I just want to check back in on the poll, guys, and I'm also going to share the community tab. Link in the live chat right now, guys. Check this out. The link going out to the live chat. There's the community tab link. Today's poll is here. Check out our poll, guys. This one says, did you buy the dip on GME? 43 votes to date. Let's see. currently leading the Diamond Hands response to the poll. So apparently quite a few
Poor guys.
GME guys still holding in there. They're never selling. We're never going to stop. Okay, we're like DJ Khaled of the crypto space. We're never going to stop. We're going to go all the way to the top. Diamond Hands currently sitting at 40% of respondents. 43 votes, 40% of respondents say they have Diamond Hands. They're never going to sell GME. It's not a loss if you don't sell, right, guys? So HODL gang for life. Of course, other responses include, I'm never going to financially recover from this. Any Tiger Kings in the house? Apparently only 14% of people are never going to financially recover for GME. Finally, we have a third response that I replied to. Elon and I are taking Doge all the way to Mars. If you skipped the GME train, you went straight to Mars on the Doge bus. This third reply is for you. Finally, the fourth option, quite popular, the second runner up in the poll. 33% of respondents say, I joined the local DeFi gang. I'm all in on AAVE, Comp, and UMA. Yes, if you're in AAVE, Comp, UMA, any of those, all three of them, this one's for you. Congrats to anybody holding those DeFi bags. AAVE is a banger. AAVE doing things. And if you guys really want to put the cherry on top, make sure you click the like button here. And hell, if you can, click the comment button. Leave a comment somewhere down here. Tell us about how you feel about the poll. Tell us if you're holding AAVE, Comp, or UMA. Tell us if you're still
Tell me what
GME.
your favorite whiskey is. Tell me what your favorite whiskey is. I don't care. Anything.
Yes. In fact, you know what we need to do, Jason? We need to do like a Friday night, Saturday night stream. You know, where we're just
hang out.
We're talking charts. We're sipping. You know, we're talking about what we're sipping on. You know, we toast in the live
Maybe we
chat.
can get some sponsors. You know.
Yes, maybe we can
get some whiskey sponsors.
Yes, some Jack Daniels or some
Buffalo Trace or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not a whiskey expert.
Oh,
so
if I could get Jameson to sponsor me, whoo boy!
So we'll have the big time liquor labels coming through the show and sponsoring us. We don't take crypto sponsors, but we do take liquor and beer sponsors, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely! It's part of the game, boys.
All right, guys, it's been a great show. I'm not gonna wait much longer. Bitcoin still charging, or I see Ethereum charging forward, 1672 on Ethereum. All right, guys, it's been a great show. Thank you so much. Much love to everybody in the audience. Thank you so much for joining us again for the Thursday edition of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. We're gonna be back for the final episode of the week. The Friday edition of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update is going to be back tomorrow, same time, same crypto channel. You know what we do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're going to go to wrap. Much love, everyone. We'll see you in the Discord.
Yep, trade safely, guys. Bitcoin does look like it's poised for another run to the upside here, so just make sure you're risking appropriately and don't get yourself tied up into a position that might get you smoked. So we'll be here tomorrow, so stay safe till then.
See you on the moon, boys. Much love.
Later.
you.